All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. I'm about to start a celebration.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Three Cocktails In. You have the three cocktails.
And I have a cocktail.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh,
Yes,
I have a
you.
goblet. Yes.
That is a goblet.
It is.
That looks like almost a fishbowl, maybe.
Well, you know, it is like when you catch a fish, the closer you hold it to the camera, the huger it gets. When look, it doesn't look so big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like when you go to the Mexican restaurant and you order the large margarita, and it literally is a fishbowl.
Yeah, exactly.
So you cannot. You definitely need a designated driver if you're ordering that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of chips to counteract the sugar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is never really a problem at Mexican restaurants.
No.
Yeah. I'm having a can of Fresca right from the can.
Fresh.
Wow, that would be good today too.
Mm-hmm.
Fresca, yes. I played in a golf tournament, a ladies 4-gal golf tournament today, so that's why my hair is lovely. I love it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I do not, but
so how did that go?
Warm. Oh, well, we had an excellent start. We birdied the first 2 holes, and then it was downhill from there. So, yeah, we were not spectacular.
Oh, wow.
However, we did decide some of the winning teams, they wear matching shirts. So
is that why you didn't win? Because you didn't have on matching shirts?
Well, we play twice a year, the same 4 of us. So we play in the spring and in the fall. And so we have till spring to come up with our matching shirt. We think it'll make all the difference in our score. So
I don't know. Maybe you should be sponsored by Three Cocktails In.
Oh, there you go.
You know, have a little logo on your shirt. I'm sure that would be rather intimidating to the other foursomes you're playing against.
I think it would be. Yes, that's a wonderful idea. Thank you for the idea.
I'm here with lots of ideas regarding things to wear.
Wonderful segue. In our addicting conversation today we're going to dig into fall fashion.
Woohoo!
Fall fashion. As we are now in fall. So Bill and I just went and grabbed dinner. So on Wednesday, that's one of our 2 nights of the week to eat out. And over dinner, he said, "I can't believe it's almost the end of summer." To which I kind of cocked my head and I said, summer is over. Summer is over. Kids are back in school.
Technically.
In my view, the end of summer is when those school buses are running around again. Kids are back in school. And I mean, clearly we still get some hot days in September. We can even get a hot day in early October, but,
I hit the pool again today.
Okay, there we go.
My day off. Yes. I did it.
Good.
But I have definitely transitioned my closet to the fall clothes. We talked a little bit about this on a previous episode. I have pulled a few pieces from my guest room closet into my primary closet. So we're going to talk a little bit about the fall fashion, some of the things that we're seeing rise to the top in trends, things that we're seeing online. Some things we're okay with, some things we are turning the other way. So
I think as we get into this, we need the disclaimer that we've always said, you wear what you want to wear.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I threw this question out over on my paparazzi business page. Might have been at the end of last week. The question was, is it okay to wear white after Labor Day? Because that's always been the, big thing. Not after Labor Day, and what?
Wait till Memorial Day.
Wait till Memorial Day, right?
After Memorial Day. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a resounding wear whatever you want, whenever you want. There was maybe a couple votes for absolutely not, unless it's winter wear. So I think there are still some people that are hanging on to that, but yeah, generally it's great to have the feeling, have the confidence that you can wear whatever you feel comfortable in and whatever works for you.
Yeah. I love a white jeans, white pants with a wheat colored sweater, or, that to me, that's a very transitional.
Yeah.
It's a perfect fall color that takes you, because you can wear it with shorts.
Yep.
And then, it looks really nice with some of the whiter stuff.
Yeah, I agree. So apparently the fall 2024 color palette is marked by a combination of earthy, muted tones with vibrant accent colors. And I love that. Yes.
Tons of cheetah print. Have you been seeing it everywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So the woman who shamed me a year ago and said, "Oh yeah, the animal print is coming back," to which I did this.
For some of us, it never was out.
It never went out.
Heck no.
Heck no.
Yeah. Yeah. Vogue says dark brown and burgundy are their two top colors, which fit into just what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. And I like that concept of, the natural, or balancing the natural warmth with striking contrasts. I love that. And now as I'm thinking about what we're seeing come out in the jewelry line, that's exactly what we're seeing. So I'm loving that. And now I feel like I'm going to have, once you have the conversation about it, you see it more, but the olive green, the burnt oranges, brown shades, beige and sand, rust. I feel like those are naturally in my color wheel.
I feel like those are I feel like they're very Minnesota fall colors.
Yeah.
Fall. Yeah.
Fall colors.
Mm-hmm.
I have always loved those, although I don't think I've ever been real big on burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I don't wear red.
Right. Which I do. So that would be my colors. Yeah.
Yep. Bold accent colors that are noted here in what I was reading: cobalt blue, which I love, fiery red, mustard yellow, and then deep blue and burgundy. And I see a sort of a jewel tone in there.
Yeah. Sounds like jewel tones.
Finish, yeah.
I bought a pair of lovely red shoes when I was in Paris. And I busted them out the other day and wore them with a new cheetah print long skirt. And I had, I think I did white tank, white jacket in my cheetah print skirt. Nice. So I had all sorts of things going on. And one of my favorite things is that cheetah print skirt with the blue denim or like the blue linen from summer.
Yeah.
I love that contrast and the richer blue, not like the totally washed out one. But yeah, again, it's transitional. Yeah. What used to be just the skirt and a t-shirt or the skirt and a tank top is now skirt, layered piece.
Yeah.
So a couple of the things that I saw coming across were more in theme as opposed to color. Western.
Oh. Really?
Now, the little Western kind of booties.
Thumbs down. Thumbs
Really?
down.
You're
Yeah.
not the Western booties. Some of them were more like a I don't want to say like a full on Western shirt, but more of that cut to it. Um, Pointy toe flats, which I've always much preferred a pointy toe flat than those round toe things. And Mary Jane's with the cool, you know, like in the colors that you mentioned, that really beautiful burgundy with like a high gloss, a patent, whatever. And I love those shoes until it gets cold here. And then I'm not, they keep saying socks in your flats and socks in your heels. I've even seen like fancy socks and heels, and I just go right back to 1986, walking around Gustavus with people in their little flats and their little anklets. I don't think I can do socks in those shoes.
Yeah, I don't know that look.
Maybe it's for the young pups.
So on the Western theme, definitely, I've seen that definitely in jewelry. We have had a lot of bolo style necklaces, and I can't keep them in stock. Bolo style necklaces, turquoise crackle stone. We've had really darling cowboy boot earrings, cowboy boot charms on bracelets and necklaces, boots and hats. They have been all the rage. And
Isn't that interesting?
yeah.
It is.
I'm always curious, where do these things stem from? I mean, what set it off?
Well, part of it, I think part of it came from the music industry this year. So country music has evolved so much over the last few decades, and then there are superstars there have been superstars before in the more classic country, but Beyonce goes and puts out a country song, and that
whole album.
Yeah,
which, by the way, she didn't get nominated for anything for that album.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
That is.
Tidbits.
Yeah. So, but I think that was definitely an influence. And then also the influencers, so many of them are in the South. So many of them are in Nashville. And I think they're kind of they're elevating that Western theme to a wider audience. So I think there are a few things that have been happening to raise awareness and raise kind of the appeal of the Western vibe.
So as I'm drawn to shoes, I love shoes. It's always been kind of the thing that I enjoy most. And as we've talked about rotating your closet and getting rid of old things, I cannot tell you how many pair of shoes that Franco Sardo is advertising, and Dolce Vita and some of these other brands. And I think to myself, I just gave those shoes away 2 years ago. I wish I would have kept them. Same colors, same flats, same. And if I had a big house, I would keep the shoes and get rid of the clothes. Because dang, I could have had all of them, even the boots, like the regular, knee-high boots that they're professing for fall. I've got a pair of 10-year-old, I think it's called Seychelles brand, brown, block heel. It's got kind of a Western look to it. It's got that saddle, kind of lighter saddle color. Just saw those advertised. I'm like, well, hell, good thing I kept those.
Yeah.
So some things I'll happily wear the second time. Many things I don't want to wear the second or the third time.
Right. Yeah. I saw a post on stirrup pants. I will not be wearing stirrup pants for the third time. I will only do it twice. No thirds.
Or overalls. Like you see I saw many people in overalls, and I thought, oh man, the last time I wore overalls, I was hugely pregnant with one of the girls,
Yeah.
and that was a mandated outfit as opposed to, I was so large, couldn't fit into anything else.
What do you think about the jorts?
Um, hey, if you're young and you're like in your 20s and rocking it, go ahead, go with the jorts.
Yeah.
I think that they get to be, the older we get, like a lot of things, you get in that weird in between stage where they just look dorky. Like they're not cool like the 20-year-olds are wearing. They're not cool, but they're, we don't want to look like we're wearing grandma's pedal pushers
Yeah.
with some of the links on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely not a fan of jorts for men.
Oh,
No.
is that a thing?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
No. And they're like tighter on the tighter side and go to the above the knee, and they're just no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That look, not good. Yeah. Not good.
Okay, we I don't remember if we brought it up after we wrapped up last week or towards the end of it, but barrel jeans.
Oh,
Barrel jeans.
no. I'm a hard pass.
I think they look really cute on certain people. And it's probably not going to be me because I'm 5'3". But they look cute on certain people. I did see some influencer showing them, and she put the little vote on it, keep or return, and almost everybody said return them. And she was one of those people that could pull them off.
Yeah.
But
I saw one and she wasn't very tall, and it just made her look like a big circle.
yeah,
Just
it's
no.
odd. I don't think that one will be around very long.
No, I hardly remember it the first time.
I don't remember it the first time.
It was the first time?
Yeah.
Like, this is the
I mean, they
second-
talk about it. They talk about, the return of the barrel jean. And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Part of me and the skinny jeans, I still like the skinny jeans sort of thing. Thinking back, and especially to these young women or anybody that looks smashing and is in great shape, why do you want to wear something that makes you look 30 pounds bigger than you are?
Yeah.
Maybe people don't, but having now that I am 30 pounds heavier than I was, what was I doing wearing big baggy things back then? This whole.
Yeah.
I am thankful for some jeans trends because, like, I was looking through stuff. There's a lot of high rise, wide leg, and I'm not so much the wide leg piece, but it's at least back for me to the boot cut type, and I have some wide leg jeans. I have a lot of boot cut. It's not all the skinny. There's still skinny jeans, but it's not all skinny leg jeans.
Yeah. I love a wide leg jean. I love a wide leg jean. However, I do not like pleats to get the wide leg.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than putting some pleats on this stomach right now. That's not a look. So, and it's hard to get the length right. I am tall. Stacy and I are both tall. I'm 5'9". But even I put these on and they're so freaking long. And I'm not dragging my jeans. I'm not dragging pants on the ground. I was talking to somebody about it and they're like, "Oh, I'm perfectly fine with them dragging." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I don't want to clean them." Yeah. So what about the flats? Kitty, I know you're not a flats girl. Although you wear slides, you wear tennis shoes, you do wear things that do
Yeah.
not have a heel.
Yeah, I mean, when I put on my Hokas, it's because I'm probably wearing athletic pant. You know, I've probably got Lululemon bottoms on, and I've got a big oversized sweatshirt on. That's when I'm going to wear my true tennis shoes. Or like before I went to convention, I bought the beautifully blinged out white, uh, you know, tennis shoe. It's not a tennis shoe, but it definitely a flat. But it's very few outfits that I wear flats with, and I just don't. I feel frumpy when I wear something other than heels, unless it's an athletic shoe. But other than that, you do not see me very often in just a pair of flats. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would agree that the ones that I have, which I think I have like 2 pair,
Mm-hmm.
they have a chunky heel and big gold on it. Or like the ones that I've been eyeballing, they're actually patent leather. They're that burgundy color. They've got that pointed toe and they've got like a double strap. I'm like, okay, well, that's a sassy shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still
Yeah.
a statement piece. It's not utilitarian. That's where I
Yeah.
think that it gets hard to and like I said, you guys, I have to walk job sites that,
Mm-hmm.
I get hell about having high heels for, but I still can't just throw on the. So anyway, I'm excited about.
Ballet flat. You're not a ballet flat person.
No.
A ballet flat. No.
Also, I have a very narrow foot. Those are very hard to stay on. Like I was going to buy a pair of Rothy's before we went to France because people rave about those, but I decided to buy the inexpensive version off of Amazon first. And I read through the million different reviews, how do you size these or whatever. And I got them and they were just so honking wide. It was like, no. So those aren't an option for me.
Yeah. I've been kind of curious about the Rothy's. They're not real. They're not attractive shoes to me. So I've been curious about why people rave about them so much. I haven't bought one, so I
And people who
really
wear them love them.
haven't on them at all. But
Well, the ones I would have bought were the cheetah print,
yeah,
the leopard print, something to wear with all the black. But nope, I just wore my white Coach tennis shoes every single day.
yeah.
Or my other sandals.
Have you seen the trend? And this is a question. Have you seen the trend where it's a one color? Your sweatshirt and sweatpants are all one color. Pretty colors. My question is, where do you wear that? I'm sure you've seen it. Not a.
It looks like a fancy sweatsuit.
It does look like a fancy sweatsuit. It's not the true crew, tighter sweatshirt. It's a baggier, you know what I mean? All one color.
Yeah.
Where do you wear that? Just to the grocery store or?
That's that's totally my Saturday and Sunday uniform. I feel like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just lounging and
Mm-hmm.
running errands type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a set.
No, I don't either. We look at it, but I don't know.
I ordered one, didn't like the material.
Oh.
I mean, mine when I put that kind of look together, it's not a set. For me, it's I'm pulling out my Lulu bottoms that I have in a few different colors, and I have a couple of oversized crew neck sweatshirts, and I always try to, it's like all black.
Right, but we've all been wearing all black.
Yes.
For forever. These are like that taupe, all taupe. Mm-hmm. And it's this and it's a different kind of material, and it's a little bit bigger pant and it's got a print or whatever. I've seen a number of influencers that have been rocking those. Okay, speaking of all one color things, the utilitarian looking jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's cute.
I do too. And I looked at one and I'm like, oh man, if I could wear, I can't spend the money I would need to spend on the one that I wanted because it was actually camo. I really wanted it. It was camo. But it was like $250. And I don't want to spend that on something that I will wear twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're really cute. I think they're really flattering. I think Good American makes a really good one. Yeah. They're cute.
Yeah, but also the bathroom thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having to get totally undressed. Yeah. Bodysuits. Do you guys wear a lot of bodysuits?
No. I have bodysuit in like 3 different colors, and I wouldn't say that I wear them a lot. I wear them with specific tops. So, how about you?
I don't have bodysuits per se, other than the Honey Love kind of, undergarment that's a whole body suit sort of thing.
Like a shaper instead of a bodysuit.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, the premise is the same. One thing that you wear that smooths you out all over, nice streamline. And some of them are pretty enough that you could wear a jacket over it and call it a day. But dang, it is not easy to get, to live in for the day. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So have you been shopping? Have you bought anything that speaks of fall trends?
I have not.
I know the big chunky loose sweater is back again for this winter. So I still have some from last winter.
Yeah, and that was one thing that I was thinking about preparing for this conversation. I feel like what I have in my closet still works. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I haven't really changed a lot in my closet the last few years, even. So it makes me start to think about, well, what would a couple of key or, significant purchases be that would add some flair or add something updated to my wardrobe that would be on trend for fall? And I haven't figured out what it is yet.
Mm-hmm. I have bought 2, and they're almost the same color, of the crew neck, wheat to almost oatmeal color. One's plain, the other one has a more stitched in it, and I'm really excited about. Unfortunately, I can't wear that one to work either because it has something stitched on it. Right? No words.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. And I bought that cheetah print skirt, which I got at Target. The one that Target's advertising, super long. Like it went almost to the top of my feet. $30. Sizing was good. Like on the large size, because I grabbed both a large and an extra large, and the large is just perfect. And I have been, borderline between those two. So I will be, and they have a beautiful burgundy wine one that I didn't know what to wear with it, but I just saw something online wearing one of those kind of tan color sweaters with it.
Yep.
And I have a pair of tan, Western toed little booties. I might have a outfit from Target.
Yes, you do. I can kind of answer the question for you, Kitty, because I know you'd have some of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Some of the Vogue things were matched with either a silk skirt or leather skirt, like the faux leather skirt or pants, those. So I bought some faux leather pants this summer, and I'm hoping to have some reason to wear this winter. I know. Yes, you do. So there's an answer.
Yeah, they're really nice for work because they're all washable, machine washable. Hang them out.
Yeah, I have the leather pants in black, green, burgundy.
Yep. There you go.
And I love to just put, just add a comfy sweater over the top of those.
Yeah.
And
Hey, here's something that Stacy and I saw that I am seeing pop up in my little statement shop, and I've seen it in a couple other areas, and that's scarves. Like the silk scarf, the short one, the long one, the tying it like, right up here, like the kerchief sort of thing, and a whole bunch of different. That's something super easy. Matter of fact, I wore that with a black dress, whipped on a black and white polka dot scarf on it, threw some good jewelry on, and I felt like I was just, zippy.
yeah. Well, when I ran into you downtown when we were out for our anniversary, do you remember what I was wearing?
Yes, you had your bow on. Nice.
You got your picture and got it in a frame already. That's impressive. Usually that takes me forever. Oh, it was on your phone.
Yeah.
You put it way up. It looked like a nice, pretty frame.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How
fun.
about stuff how about stuff we don't like? I was looking through, like I told you, I deep dived into the Vogue top, top things. How about the boot pant hybrid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those look so weird.
Aren't they the weirdest? So they'll be like, over the knee, thigh high, and they're boots, but they look like they have pants over it. And it's like, no. Not that I would ever buy that kind of thing anyway, but, I've seen it all over and they just look hideous in my opinion.
Yeah. That's kind of odd.
Very odd.
The short little balloon skirts. Again, that's got a very 80s feel to it. Of course, much more staid and pretty fabrics. The 80s were we had a lot of polyester, did we not? And cotton. And I know people love cotton, but everything dries wonky and it all shrinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we have just material and fabrics are better now. They just.
Oh, yeah. Well, and now we just pay attention to it. It's just like shoes. I can't believe that I do not have the world's worst feet based on the sheer shit shoes that I wore for 30 years. I mean, they were plastic with no arch support.
Yeah. We used to walk in those Dr. Scholl's hard plastic.
Candies?
My God, those were awful.
And the candies, but the Dr. Scholl flats with the one thing over the toe. I mean, we'd walk miles in those things. And it's like, oh my gosh, how did we ever do that?
I was thinking about the white Keds, cheap white Keds that we wore in high school and college. I mean, they were what, $8, $12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Very flat.
Yeah, with our little mini skirts. Hey, what about the super duper duper long denim or faux leather or leather skirt that looks like just an ankle length jean skirt?
I don't wear skirts in general, actually. So it's a hard no for me. Dog.
It looks like the trendy length is below the knee.
These were even longer. These were
very long.
Yeah. And the slit still comes up mid-thigh.
I remember those though. So when I worked at the Gap and Banana Republic in must have been the early 90s. And I remember having the long jean skirt with a sweater. And that was, So if that's in, I don't know, how many times has that one come around?
Yeah.
Because that probably wasn't the first time in the early 90s.
Yeah.
for it too much. It's too much material. It's too bulky, and again, just things like that make me feel and look frumpy.
Well, it overwhelms you.
Yeah, it's too much.
And again, in my size, it makes me look like I have no shape. It does nothing other than make me look like a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can I take us on a weird tangent?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So, I was feeling rather blue. Let's say purple, not quite blue, but maybe somewhere mid lavender, amethyst,
Light blue.
Light blue. And I was listening to a podcast. I'm sure it was Glennon and Abby. I love those two, but they were talking about when you are trying to break old habits, and you know how you zone out, like when you're driving and you get home and you're like, oh my God, where was I? I wasn't even thinking, these different things. Well, sometimes when you're in the midst of life and you are trying to break old habits, but things get going, you just revert back to your old mode. So I had caught myself a couple times just zoning back, getting back into the old mode. But what they suggested was when you are trying really hard to prove your worth or to get somebody to notice you or to do something like that, you're looking for exterior validation. What you need to do is step back and love on yourself. Okay? Do something for yourself. Love, you don't need approval from the outside. You need to be happy within the inside. So on that note, I booked myself a massage yesterday. Hey. I did. And I went back to my favorite Masseur Ling. The ladies might remember the story I told about Ling, how the very first time that I met this very small woman who shook my hand like this, and I thought, oh my God, this is going to be the worst massage I've ever had. And we get in there, and the first time I had this massage, I seriously thought I was being punked. I thought that there was like a camera up in the room somewhere because she was doing things that I never had done in a massage, where she was like pulling my fingers and like rubbing my head and then flicking it. And then
she just slapped her.
Yep, she slapped my hands. At one point, she got on the table and had my arm and my leg. I mean, it was just hysterical. And the whole time, you're laying like this with your little old face. And I was laughing so hard. I just was like, what the hell? What is going on? And, and she did some other things, and I didn't understand what she was saying. So when she did, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, nothing weird, but just different. Yeah.
So you made another appointment with her
because it was a fantastic massage. I felt really, really good after it. After I got over, and I know that we met as a girls group for lunch probably that weekend, and I recall trying to tell you guys the story, and I was laughing so hard I was crying. Well, she and I have always had off schedules. So I got the massage with her again yesterday. And now I know what I'm in for. And she says, so you know what, where are your issues? And I said, my back, my shoulders are always tight. I'm having issues with my lower back, and my calves, for whatever reason, have been an issue lately. Okay, and she goes, and how do you like your massage? I'm like, well, I kind of like it pretty hard. And she goes, well, I do some Chinese and I do some Thai and I do some stretching. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, I know. I've done this before. So I get on the table again, and I always book the 90-minute massage. That's my recommendation for people who maybe don't get massages very often. Always go with a 90-minute massage. And she's just kind of getting me ready, where she's doing some I can tell it's like a little bit different. I don't know, whatever. But then she puts her elbows on each side of my spine, right below, like right above my tailbone, and kind of goes, leans on it. And she gets up to the bra strap area and wails on it. And my whole back went, and I went, whoa! Too hard. I'm like, unexpected. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. So she and I both started laughing, which was great. And then, she carried on a little bit more and she goes, is this pressure better? I'm like, yes, thank you. So evidently I don't like it quite as hard as I thought I did. But it was the best 90 minutes. It felt so good. And then, took the very nice shower there, the spa shower, and had all the good aroma. And I came back yesterday and I was just like, it felt so good. So,
That's
we
good.
need to do what we need to do. Buy something that makes you feel good.
Yep.
Look inward.
Yeah.
Even if it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think it's illegal to prank somebody. Prank somebody in a massage room. I'm pretty sure that there can't be any cameras.
No, I don't think so.
But oh my God, it was a delight.
Yeah, I bet.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So,
I'm more the hour long massage just because I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep.
Oh, that's the goal, man. If I could zone out in the middle of it.
No, I wanna know all of it, experience all of it. I don't want to sleep.
Yeah.
But I get really tired about 45 minutes in, maybe. They're lovely.
It takes me like 10, 15 minutes to relax into it. And so then if it's an hour massage, then I'm wondering how much time do I have left?
I know.
How much time do I have left?
Yeah.
Whereas the 90 minutes, I can get a little bit lost and I'm like, okay, it's all good. So,
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and she did the hot rocks.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't had that for a while either. I felt good.
Yep.
When I went in and got a pedicure a few weeks ago, which I don't do very often. I usually only do that when we're on girls' weekend and we go somewhere. But she did hot rocks on my calves.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
It was quite nice.
Where'd you go?
Zen Nails in Chaska, just down at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
How do you keep the rock on your back of your
She was
leg?
just rubbing it.
Oh,
Yeah, so she had a couple in her hands, and so she was just rubbing them up and down on the calf muscles. So I mean, you could definitely feel the heat just permeate in there, but then it was she just kept it moving.
That would be good.
I think Lynn used the side of the rock. It dawned on me because I was thinking, how many massages does she give a day? And I bet her hands really hurt. But then I thought, that's not her hands. That's the rock that, instead of like a deep, so.
Yeah, I know. They have to, their hands are so strong to do that all day long.
Yes.
And it's so surprising when you see a little itty bitty person.
Yeah. Yes.
But then they get on the table. and work you over and you're like, never mind.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, we are about at time. So this was a fun conversation. I look forward to seeing where the fashion goes this fall and into winter. So,
I would love to know who else is wearing barrel pants.
Yeah.
I would
Or
too.
cheetah print.
Yeah. Who's really loving it?
Yeah. Share pictures.
Yeah.
Love to see them.
You do.
Who's pushing it? So we will be back next week with another addicting conversation. You can always expect something fun and interesting. With these three, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. I'm about to start a celebration. Let me in. Brought a good time plus some friends. Turn it up loud past 10. Turning up the crowd when I hit 'em.